The following contains discussions of real events and loss connected to the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy. This story is told with respect for those who were taken, for those who survived, and for the community that continues to heal. Some imagery and descriptions may be emotionally difficult. Your discretion is strongly advised. When Darkness Falls does not seek to sensationalize, only to remember, to understand, and to keep the light on for those who can no longer speak. They say Christmas parades are where a town's heart beats loudest. Music, laughter, and families bundled in scarves beneath streetlights. But on one November evening in Waukesha, Wisconsin, the music didn't fade out. It was torn away, replaced by screams. It had been nearly 2 years since Waukesha's parade had last rolled through town, canceled the previous year by a pandemic that sandwiched streets across the world. This was meant to be a celebration of normal again. The theme that year? Comfort and joy. From veterans in uniforms to kids in elf hats, the whole town showed up. Parents filming with phones, grandparents clapping in time to the music. No one could have imagined that joy would turn to horror in seconds. 6 lives. 6 faces that would never see another Christmas morning. Now, earlier that afternoon, Durand Brooks had been at Frame Park arguing with his ex-girlfriend, Erica Patterson. Witnesses said he was furious. A fight that ended with her running and him trying to take her phone. When police arrived, he was already gone. Minutes later, that same red SUV that he was driving was seen near Main Street, driving the wrong way. For a moment, let's just go back here. Though each moment since 1964, families had gathered for the Waukesha Christmas Parade, a hometown tradition older than most of the children waving from the curb. But in 2021, that joy was shattered in seconds when celebration met tragedy. It was a Sunday, 4:39 p.m. The streets glowed with tinsel, brass, and laughter. More than 60 groups made their way through downtown, marching bands, local businesses, and of course, the beloved Milwaukee dancing grannies. For Waukesha, it was peace. For some, it was their last dance. Then came a blur of red. A 2010 Ford Escape barreled past the barricades, through the band, through the grannies, through families that had come to watch the joy of Christmas. The music stopped. The screams began. Those who weren't hit ran toward the fallen. Strangers kneeling beside strangers. First responders on scene threw aside instruments and banners to save lives. By sunset, Main Street was sealed off. A crime scene in Christmas lights. Families searched hospitals, hoping their loved ones were among the living. What began as a celebration became a scene of devastation. The people of Waukesha, stunned, broken, stood in the silence where joy once echoed. The city didn't know his name yet, but they had known what he had done. Now, moments later, a barefoot man in jeans and a red t-shirt quickly left that SUV, then went door to door, sweating and shivering. He said he was waiting for an Uber. One home belonged to Daniel Ryder. Watching the Packers game, unaware of the tragedy downtown, he opened the door. Brooks said he was homeless and cold. Ryder, moved by a recent sermon about kindness, offered him slippers, his jacket, a sandwich, and the use of his phone. 10 minutes later, Ryder noticed a patrol car pass by. Uneasy, he asked Brooks to leave. Brooks returned once more, claiming he left his ID, but Ryder locked the door. Minutes later, police surrounded the home. and took Durand Brooks into custody. Before his name became synonymous with Waukesha's grief, Durand Brooks was already a familiar name in Milwaukee's court system. Decades of arrest, assault charges, drug possession, domestic violence, even a shooting. He was out on $1,000 bail, posted just 48 hours before the parade. It stemmed from a domestic violence case where prosecutors said he punched his ex-girlfriend and then ran her over with his SUV. Detectives later said Brooks met Erica Patterson, his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his youngest child, at Frame Park. She agreed to meet him, believing it was only to return his money and a few personal items. Now, just days before Thanksgiving, they were fighting again. Durand hit Erica in the face, struck her when she was in the car, attempted to grab her phone, and then left, heading toward the parade route and his mother's red Ford Escape. At the hospital, detectives began questioning him. He complained of shoulder pain, said police had slammed him during the arrest. The conversation stayed late. Sports, kids, high school, until they mentioned the parade. Detective Jay Carpenter read him his rights 15 minutes in. Brooks never asked about the victims. He laughed when a child had been hurt. He never once said he was sorry. He claimed he had come to Waukesha to watch a Packers game with a friend. Said he had no license, no car, no plan to drive anywhere. But investigators already knew the truth. The Ford Escape SUV was registered to his mother, and his fingerprints were all over the steering wheel. In total, prosecutors filed 76 criminal charges, 6 lives lost, 62 more forever changed, and a city prepared to relive it all inside a courtroom. What began on a quiet suburban street would now unfold in front of the world. Once the jury was seated, the court prepared for a trial unlike any other in Wisconsin's memory. 6 lives at the center of 76 counts. Every face in that box understood what those numbers meant. Weeks before testimony began, Durand Brooks asked that his public defender step aside. He told the court he would speak for himself. His reasoning traced back to a fringe legal idea, the sovereign citizen claim, arguing that the court had no jurisdiction over him. The argument had appeared in filings across the country for years, but never with success. After a full hearing, Judge Durand ruled he was competent to proceed alone. She warned him of the risk that the courtroom would not slow down for his inexperience. He nodded once, signed the waiver. The consequences appeared quickly. For 3 weeks, the trial teetered between order and chaos. He argued over procedure, challenged witnesses, and at times had to be removed, his microphone muted in a separate courtroom. The prosecution delivered the sequence, every turn, every witness. The defendant followed with a claim of misunderstanding and a promise that evidence would tell a different story. Yet, the witnesses held firm. Jeff Rogers, president of the Waukesha Blazers travel baseball team, told jurors how he searched for his young players, one storefront, one child at a time. 2 days later, 8-year-old Jackson Sparks became the youngest fatality. 62 people were injured that day. The youngest was 3. The oldest survivor was in their 80s. Most were parents, dancers, band members, and children. His questions zigzagged, from legal citations to personal remarks. Objections rose, sustained again and again. The transcript became a pattern of interruption and restraint. Analysts demonstrated velocity and pattern through layered video data. The mathematics left little margin for interpretation. Attendance rose every day. Families sat in stillness, faces framed by courthouse light. Their silence anchored the proceedings. Procedure held firm. The structure of law kept its rhythm even when the voices within it did not. Jurors listened as witnesses from the Citizen Bank float took the stand.
Again, it appeared the headlights were coming straight at me, and then turned a little to the right, so more towards the center of the street.
Okay.
Shortly before it passed me.
Her husband, Adam, confirmed what followed.
I watched the body fly up onto the hood, and her head snapped back, and the body remained on the hood as it passed the side of my vehicle to where I thought I could have just reached out and grabbed her.
Other parents followed. Joshua Craner, the head coach of Slammers, a youth baseball team, still limping, recounted his memory of impacts. 15 members of a dance team were listed among the injured. Laura Dine, one of the dancing grannies, spoke.
I looked on the road, and all I seen were bodies. I thought I was in a war, because there were just so many, and
Her words required no elaboration. Officer Schulten testified he had been stationed at the end of the parade route. When radio traffic burst with distress calls, he stepped into the street. The red SUV advanced toward him. He fired to stop it. He said his intent wasn't to kill, only to stop the threat, but the driver never slowed. Just blocks from the parade, police found the red SUV. Hood crumpled, windshield shattered. Pieces of clothing were jammed between the crushed hood and the glass, wedged against the windshield like silent proof of what had happened. It had been hastily backed into a driveway on Maple Avenue. Detective Mike Carpenter used synchronized footage and 3D mapping to calculate speed.
A measurement for those 26 frames of 33.7 to 34.6 miles per hour in those particular frames.
No swerving, no hesitation, no brake lights were ever seen. Throughout the trial, disruptions became almost routine. Darrell Brooks, acting as his own attorney, was removed from the courtroom repeatedly, sometimes multiple times in a single day.
So while we're on the record, may I challenge the subject matter jurisdiction?
No, you may not, sir. You need to file a motion in order to do that.
So
Mr. Brooks?
I haven't even been responded to. I gave.
Mr. Brooks, you're interrupting me yet again.
All
right, Mr. Brooks, you are now going to be removed to the other courtroom. I have had a dozen or more interruptions. I will be off the record while we do that. Thank you, everyone.
Darrell Brooks' conduct during cross-examination was repeatedly described by the court and observers as disrespectful, hostile, and devoid of empathy. His questionings of victims and their families often turned antagonistic, challenging their memories, dismissing their pain, and showing little acknowledgement of the devastation he had caused. By the end, the transcript filled thousands of pages. Witnesses, experts, survivors, officers. The pattern of intent was now fully drawn. The verdict came swiftly. Guilty on all 76 charges. First-degree intentional homicide. 6 consecutive life sentences without parole. First-degree reckless endangerment. 762 additional years. Felony bail jumping. 6 years total. Served consecutively. Misdemeanor battery. 9 months. Restitution, $523,293.01.
Because it is very clear to this court that Mr. Brooks has caused carnage, mayhem. There are many times, good people do bad things, but there are times when evil people do bad things. There is no medication or treatment for a heart that is bent on evil. Child trauma, bipolar, indifference, physical abuse of a child, or even childhood trauma. It is very clear to this court that he understands the difference between right and wrong, and that he simply chooses to ignore his conscience. He is fueled by anger and rage. Some people, unfortunately, choose a path of evil. And I think, Mr. Brooks, you are one of those such persons.
Family stood to speak. Their words filled the silence he left behind.
My name is Sherry Sparks. I am Jackson and Tucker's mom. I stand here today with my son Tucker and my husband Aaron. I'm here today to represent my family, but mostly for my boys, who were both struck down by the red SUV on November 21st. I want to give a voice to our son Jackson Sparks. Our family is forever changed. We are hurt, angry, traumatized, and broken. November 21st was a day that was supposed to be fun and filled with laughter and smiles. Instead, it became a nightmare full of fear, screams, and tears. Nor did I know that it would be the last time I would hear Jackson's voice and see his smile. I wish I would have known then that the hug he gave me before I went to sit down was the last hug I would ever get from him. I would have held on to him a lot longer. The next day, Tucker asked us about Jackson, if he was okay, or was he worse than himself. Do you have any idea how gut-wrenching it is to have to explain your 12-year-old son that his little brother isn't going to make it?
To Chris Owens, son of LeAnna Owen.
On November 21st, you killed my mother. This woman loved and she was loved. You ran her down like she was nothing. And since that day, you have shown no remorse. You'd offered no explanation for your atrocities.
My name is Alicia Kulich, and I am the youngest daughter of Jane Kulich. I will never forget the things I saw that day. I will never forget the chaos of parents searching for their children, demanding answers as we were for my mom. How I feel about the verdict. I feel happy that he was found guilty on all counts. Well, the jury found him guilty on all counts. But it doesn't do crap for me because that won't change what happened to my mom.
Others spoke through rage and sorrow. Darrell Brooks spoke too, for over 2 hours. Long on history, short on answers.
What happened on November 21st, 2021 was not an attack. It was not planned, plotted. I want you to know that not only am I sorry for what happened, I'm sorry that you could not see what's truly in my heart. That you not see the remorse that I have.
He later filed 10 extensions to appeal, each time asking for more time, each time claiming he would defend himself again. 3 years later, on November 21st, 2024, the Peace on Earth Memorial opened at Greedy Park. 6 blue ribbons intertwined into a single heart. It illuminates each day, highlighting the inscription. And each night at 4:39 p.m., the memorial glows blue for 6 minutes. 1 minute for each life lost. Across the city, homes burn with the same blue light, a symbol of unity, remembrance, and resilience. The movement called Unite with the Blue Light began after the tragedy. Even when darkness falls, Waukesha stands together. The 6 who died are remembered every winter. Jackson Sparks, 8. Tamara and Durand, 52. Jane Kulich, 52. Leanne Lee Owen, 71. Virginia Jenny Sorenson, 79. And Wilhelm Bill Hospel, 81. In Waukesha, the lights still shine, not for spectacle, but for remembrance. Every case leaves a mark. Subscribe to When Darkness Falls and help us make sure their stories are never forgotten. Until next time, take care.